teachers. We teachers whole day just keep on teaching on the board, and there is no student sitting behind to ask anything. So it is very boring situation, mind-breaking situation, I must say. Okay, we were doing kinematics, and almost one chapter of the kinematics is about to complete, and yesterday we have started our topic uniform motion. Uniform motion in a straight line we have studied. Today we will see formula for uniform motion. Formula for uniform motion. So how can we find out the formula for uniform motion? Now I think I need not to explain you any more about the uniform motion. Then also I would like to repeat, a motion is said to be uniform motion only when the velocity of the object is uniform velocity. Then only a motion is said to be uniform motion. So when an object is moving with uniform velocity, then the motion of the object is said to be uniform motion, and for that uniform motion we are deriving the formula. And for the formula, in the last I will let you know what is the importance for this formula. But first we have to understand. Suppose an object is moving with uniform velocity. Uniform motion है तो we have to say that velocity is uniform velocity. Moving with uniform velocity v in a straight line. Suppose this is the straight line, okay. This is the origin O, and suppose the object is moving along OX with velocity, uniform velocity v. Now I am taking at this straight line the positions of the object, three positions of the object A, B and C, suppose are the positions of the object along this straight line motion, that is a uniform motion. So I am taking two origins, origin O for the position measurement and origin A I am taking for the time measurement. So one origin is for position measurement, and that is O, and origin A is for time measurement. So here time t equal to 0. That means time we will measure from A and position we will measure from O. So these are the three positions of the object along a straight line motion, that is uniform motion. So suppose position है, position measurement के लिए this is the origin. So suppose this is the position of the object at t equal to 0, and we will mark it as by x naught. This is the position of the object at time interval t, and this is time interval t2. So at time interval t1, the position of the object from the origin is x1. Okay, from the origin O up to position C, that is given by x2. So I hope you have understood. Now I want to find out AB. What is AB? Position of the object from origin, that is AB, is written as x1. And how can we find x1? x1 would be OA plus AB. OA plus AB. OA can be written as x naught, okay, plus AB. AB को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? There is no defined position for the displacement AB. AB can be written as the object was moving with velocity v and in time interval t1. So this can be written as vt1. I hope you have understood, and this is equal to x1. Now in the same way we need to find out the OB. Sorry, this was is equal to the x2 and this is equal to the OA plus AC. OA plus AC. Now OA can be replaced by x naught. In the same way AC can be written as V into T. This velocity into time will give you displacement. AC is from A to C. The displacement can be multiplication of the velocity V and time interval T2. So this can be replaced by V into T2 and this is equal to x2. So this is first equation and this is second equation. Simply we have to subtract equation first from the second and we will get OC minus OB. OC minus OB, we will get, this is OC and this is OB. OC minus OB and this is equal to the x2. OC can be represented by x2. x2 minus OB can be represented by x1 and this is equal to the x0 plus VT2 minus x0 minus VT1 and x0 would be cancelled out and we are left with VT2 minus VT1 and this is x2 minus x1. We can do one thing, we can take V as common, so it would become T2 minus T1 and this is equal to x2 minus x1 is this. So this is the formula. We can write x2 minus x1 is equal to V into T2 minus T1 and this is the formula for uniform motion. We can do one more thing, we can take x1 to the right hand side, so it would become x2 is equal to x1 plus V into T2 minus T1. So this is the formula for the uniform motion. For the uniform motion, I have told you, I will tell you the importance of formula for the uniform motion, and importance is because this formula connects the position, velocity and the time of the motion of the object. These three things are present in this equation. So formula for uniform motion connects the position, velocity and time interval of the motion of the object. We can do one thing, if this motion is uniform motion, if I will replace x2 minus x1 by s, I simply replace x2 minus x1 by simply displacement and t2 minus t1 by t, then this equation can be represented as s is equal to s. x2 minus x1 can be replaced by s, so s is equal to v into t. So this is all about the formula for uniform motion. Now we move towards the next topic, and that is here we will see some position time graph for a moving object. We will study position and time graphs. Position time graph for a moving object. What would be the position time graph for a moving object? Here I am drawing some graphs for you. On the x-axis I am taking time and on y-axis I am taking position. Okay? Suppose this is a point A and here the of the object is x node, and this is the position time graph for a moving object. Here you can see that time is increasing, but the position of the object at position axis is not changing with time. So what is this? The position time graph is a straight line. This is the position time graph. This is a straight line AB, and this is parallel to the time axis. This situation can only when the object is stationary. Here object is stationary. So if you are asked in the exam what would be the position time graph for a stationary object, that means that is not changing its position with respect to time. So you will draw this graph, and you can understand this graph with the by comparing with the normal situation, like a train is standing on the railway track, or you can say a bus is standing on the bus stand, then the position time graph would be like this. So this is the first case. Second, again this is the graph, this is the time axis, and this is position, and the position time graph is a straight line, and this is position. What is the case for this position time graph, in which your position time graph is a straight line and inclined to the time axis? Here the object is moving, and object is moving with a, you can say, uniform velocity. Okay? Every time position is changing with the time. So here object is moving, and object has started moving from the origin, and the position time graph is a straight line inclined to the time axis. If I change the graph like this is OA and this is BC. If this type of graph is available to us, position time graph is like this and this, and if we produce it backside, then it would be like this, DE. So these are the three position time graph for the motion on an object which has started moving from the origin. So we will get a straight line. The position time graph is also a straight line if the object has started moving from the, this is left of the origin or right of the origin, left of the origin, then also the position time graph is a straight line inclined to the time axis. Here also, when the object has started moving from the, sorry, this was the left of the origin. This is when the object has started not from the origin but right of the origin, then also the position time graph is a straight line. So these are the two graphs. We will do some more graphs. It can be asked, definitely question can be asked from this topic. What would be the position time graph when the object has started moving from the left of the origin? Then you are supposed to draw the graph like this. On this, there would be, this is time axis, this is your position axis. So graph would be like this. If you are asked to find out what would be the position time graph if object has started from the right of the origin, then this line simply. Next is, if this is the graph, this is time axis and this is position axis, and the graph is like this. Graph is like this. So what is this scenario? You know, here the velocity of the object is decreasing continuously. The velocity of the object is decreasing continuously. In that case, the position time graph would be also a straight line but like this. Negative velocity. Okay? Velocity is keep on decreasing. So we would like draw the graph like this, and here also the graph is a straight line but in this position inclined to the time axis. Now my question is, can the position time graph be like this. This is time axis and this is position. So this is our position time axis. On one axis we are taking position, on one axis we are taking the time. So we are saying position time graph. So can position time graph like this? A parallel line, a line parallel to the position axis. We have seen this scenario. Position time graph can be parallel to the time axis. But can the position time graph parallel to the position axis? Answer me. Can this case is possible? No student, this is not possible, because in this case the velocity of the object is infinite velocity. If this case, we have to see this case, in that case object will move with an infinite velocity. So never and never this situation can be possible. So if you are asked in the exam, can the position time graph, that means this is the position time graph, can be parallel to the position axis? No students, this is not possible. So please, whenever you study the topics, these type of question you must focus, and these type of questions should click in your mind. So do careful about all these things, because जिस चीज पे आप ध्यान नहीं देते हो उसी चीज पे हम टीचर्स ध्यान देते हैं एग्जाम बनाते टाइम. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज पोजीशन टाइम ग्राफ. Position time graph of uniform motion position time graph of uniform motion in 1D. अभी हमने देखा था, suppose this was the case, object was moving in a straight line and we have taken 3 positions of the object, and this was origin for position measuring and this was the origin for the time measuring. This situation I am plotting on a graph. So this is the graph, you know, position time graph है. So this is the position x. I am writing here, this is the position of the object. That means on y-axis we will mark the position of the object, and on x-axis I will mark the time intervals. This is the origin, here time t equal to 0. I have taken 3 positions of the object. Please keep in mind, I am marking 3 position coordinates of the object. First is x0 at time t equal to 0. Second is x1 and third is x2. I am marking 3 position coordinates on the position axis. Object has started its motion somewhere from this position, and position time graph of uniform motion, you know, would be a straight line. So straight line like this. So this is the position time graph of uniform motion in 1D. ये सेम वही है जो हमने यहाँ पे आपका सिंगल लाइन आया था, स्ट्रेट लाइन आया था. So on this straight line mark C and 2 points. Keep in mind, this is your position time graph. On position time graph I have marked 2 points as C and D. From C and D I will draw the perpendicular on time axis, and in the same way I will draw the perpendicular from C and D on the position axis. So I have drawn the perpendicular from the C at time axis, let us give it a name C1, and I have drawn the perpendicular from D at D1. In the same way I have to draw the perpendicular from C at time axis, and it will cut the time axis at x1, and in the same way from the D, this is x2. And if I will join from here and I will make these 2 lines as solid lines, then you can see here a triangle is formed like this. So now I want to find out this distance and this distance. That means अगर हम इसको एक नाम दे देते हैं, suppose this is D, this is E. So I want to find out the distance DE and CE. So how can I find the distance DE and CE? This is x2, this is x1. x2 minus x1, this is x1. If this is x1, this would also be x1. So x2 minus x1 will give you this distance, and I have to find out this distance also. This can be find out T2 minus T1. So DE is equal to the x2 minus this distance x1. Okay. In the same way, CE can be find out as T2, ये जो time है, this is T1 and this is T2. So T2 minus T1. Now, in triangle, this triangle CDE, in triangle CDE, what is if I take this angle as alpha, then tangent of alpha would be, tangent is PPP, HHB, perpendicular over base. This is perpendicular, so DE, and base is CE, and this is equal to DE is x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1 over T2 minus T1, and this is the case of velocity. So velocity is also equal to the displacement over time. So total displacement is x2 minus x1 over T2 minus T1. So this is the case of velocity, and this is also equal to the tangent of alpha, and this tangent of alpha is known as slope of position time graph. This is the slope for position time graph. So this velocity is x2 minus x1. That means this distance over this distance will give you tangent of alpha, and this tangent of alpha is slope of the position time graph. That means in nutshell, I want to tell you, position time graph for uniform motion will give you velocity. From the position time graph, position and time graph, that means displacement over time will give you velocity, and velocity from this graph can be written as displacement over time. Displacement traveled by the object in interval T2 minus T1 will give you velocity. So position time graph is like this. Now position time graph we have seen. Now we will see velocity time graph for uniform motion. So what would be the velocity time graph? Velocity time graph will give you what? Think. Velocity time graph will give you acceleration, distance, then displacement. Yes. Velocity time graph will give you velocity time graph can be drawn as, that means on one axis we have to take the time, and on the second axis you have to take the position of velocity, then only this graph is said to be velocity time graph. So velocity time graph in which motion? Uniform or non-uniform motion? Uniform motion. Uniform motion is said to be uniform when velocity is uniform or non-uniform? Uniform. That means the object here will travel with the uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means equal displacement in equal interval of time. That means its velocity remains constant. Okay. अगर वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट होगी तो क्या करेंगे मैम? तो देखते हैं क्या करेंगे. हाउ विल यू ड्रॉ द ग्राफ? सपोज okay, velocity time graph in uniform motion. Very good. Velocity time graph in uniform motion. Uniform motion means uniform velocity. Object will move with uniform velocity. So object is moving with uniform velocity. Clear? This is uniform velocity. Velocity should not change. Equal displacement, equal interval of time. Velocity is uniform. Suppose इसको हम नेगेटिव में भी बना लेते हैं. This is origin O, and this is the uniform velocity time graph that would be a straight line parallel to the time axis. Now suppose this point is A. Let us mark 2 points on this velocity time graph as C and D, and corresponding to these points the time intervals are T1 and T2. I hope you have understood. On one axis I have taken the time, on y axis I have taken the velocity. So velocity time graph in uniform motion would be a straight line parallel to the time axis because the object is moving with the uniform velocity v. So suppose this was its initial velocity, so its velocity is continuously uniform throughout its motion. So this is the graph, velocity time graph. On velocity time graph I have marked 2 points C and D, and corresponding to these points time intervals are T1 and T2. Now I want to ask one question in time interval from T1, या फिर we can say in time interval T2 minus T1. What is the first of all, what can you find out with the help of velocity time graph? Tell me. You are not sitting in the class, I know. See, this is velocity. Velocity can be found out as displacement over time. Displacement over time. So if you are given with velocity and time, then you can find out displacement. So I want to ask from you this answer. Okay, ma'am, with the help of velocity time graph, we can find out displacement. And displacement would be given as velocity into टाइम. ये मुझे यहाँ पे फाइंड आउट करना है. ओके, कैसे फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं? नाउ आई वांट टू आस्क हाउ मच ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज कवर्ड बाय द ऑब्जेक्ट इन इंटरवल T2 minus T1. So I hope now you have got the answer. Time is T2 minus T1 and velocity of the object is moving with the uniform velocity with v. So this is displacement of the object in uniform motion, that is given as velocity into time. So velocity क्या हो सकती है? Suppose this is C, इसको नाम दे देते हैं C1, this is D1. What is the velocity? This is velocity, this is velocity, this is velocity, this is velocity. Every time velocity is uniform. So can I say C1 is velocity? In place of velocity, I can write either C1 or D1. So I'm replacing this velocity by C1 into time interval T2 minus T1. This is T2 and this is T1. T2 minus T1 is this much. So I can replace either T2 minus T1 by C1 D1 or CD. So multiplied by C1 D1. And this is equal to the displacement. Please understand the topic carefully because after completing the topic I will ask you question also. And from the your honesty you should answer me. Displacement is C1 into D1. I hope you can see this is a square type box. This is one side and this is second side. So can I write CC1 into DD1 is area CC1 and C1 D1. Displacement. That means displacement of the object in interval T2 minus T1 is equal to the area under velocity time graph. This is the area under the velocity time graph, and displacement would be equal to this area. So I hope the topic is clear in your mind. I will make it more clear in fact with the help of one example. So displacement is equal to the area under this velocity time graph. So if someone asks you what is the displacement, you will say under velocity time graph, the displacement of the object in interval t2 minus t1 would be area under the velocity time graph. If let's suppose this graph, I'm comparing the graph by giving you one example. Here the time interval is 4 seconds and this time interval t2 is replaced by, this is 4 seconds and this is 8 seconds. Now I want to ask you that object is moving with a uniform velocity 5 meter per second. So you are supposed to tell me the displacement of the object from interval 4 second to 8 second. So what would be your answer? Displacement is given as v into t2 minus t1. यही है हमारे पास फॉर्मूला. v is fixed, uniform, 5. And what is the displacement traveled from displacement of the object from interval 4 second to 8 second would be 8 minus 4. So 5 multiplied 4, that means displacement would be 20 meters. And this 20 meters is equal to the area under this graph. So I hope you have understood the topic. I think this is all for today, or you want to do one more topic? Okay, कर लेते हैं. Beta, now we have to cover the syllabus little bit fast because in 11th physics syllabus is lengthy, so we have to increase our speed. देखो, now uniform motion is complete. Now we talk about the non-uniform motion. I will complete the topic little bit fast because in the overview of kinematics I have covered the topic uniform, non-uniform motion. First of all, a motion is said to be non-uniform when the velocity is non-uniform. That means unequal displacement in equal interval of time, or we can say that the displacement और जो time का ratio है every time that would be different. So suppose we are plotting the graph for non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion के लिए मैंने आपको बताया था the graph would like this. So suppose on one axis I am taking again position and on x axis I am taking the time. So suppose object has started from initial position x0 and the graph would be like this. That means जो graph आपका था non uniform motion के लिए जो curve की form में, so this is your position time graph. Suppose I mark two position A and position B on this time graph, and क्या किया था? From these two positions I have marked the perpendicular on time axis as well as on position axis, and this position, this is our graph. So suppose this is x1 and this is x2, this is t1 and this is t2. Simply what I will do, I will draw a straight line from here and I will join the point like this. In the same way, whatever we have done in the case of uniform motion, same I have done. This is a curve form, so I have joined B to A and I have joined from A to, this is C. Okay, again you need to find out this distance and this distance, that would be your tangent of alpha. So tangent of alpha is equal to BC over AC. BC over AC. What is BC? BC is x2 minus x1. So can I write is delta x? This distance would be delta x, change in displacement, and this is change in time, so delta t. देखो students, non uniform motion है, non uniform motion है, in that case you need to find out the velocity first. Here the velocity would be variable velocity, and if the velocity is variable, then in that case you need to find out the average velocity. So average velocity here is equal to the delta x over delta t, and this is equal to the slope of position time graph. Position time graph. So I hope this is all for today. We are left with one more topic of the first chapter, and that is known as relative velocity. So tomorrow's lecture would be a long lecture based on the relative velocity, because relative velocity is very important in 11th class also, as well as in 12th class also. You have to understand the concept of relative velocity to be very, very carefully. So please do these questions, do these numericals, do these concepts, and tomorrow after completing the lecture I will ask you some questions based on the topics which have to be taught up to now. So please understand the concept, please do numericals, please understand the questions, conceptual questions and short questions given to your book based on the concept, so that you can see or you can check yourself how much you are getting from the videos. Thank you.